Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Transformers Studio Series number 107, Predacon Scorponok from Transformers Rise of the Beast. Now, I find it odd that they've called him a Predacon. In my mind, he is similar to the other bots that were in that film, and there are multiple of this thing. It wasn't like one character, because if it was one character I think I would have been very happy, but it wasn't. It was literally an army of Scorponoxes, or Scorpion, whatever you want to call them. On the side, he's Deluxe class. There's a nice little picture there. On the back, the big screen scale detail backdrop. Rainforest Fight backdrop included. Rainforest Fight? Were they in the Rainforest Fight? Was that just... I felt like it was the final battle fight. Scorponok faces off against his enemies, the Maximals. Yeah, a whole army of him. Not just one. Oh, terrible. Did they even watch the film? It was only released last year. Come on. Unless I've got it wrong. If I've got it wrong, I apologize. So anyway, let's get Scorponok out and have a closer look. Okay, first up is the bit that I like to get out of the way, because I really don't actually give two flying monkeys about it, is the Rainforest back scene, which is nice if you like back scenes. But personally, I'm not a fan of it, so I will move that out of the way and we can focus on what we are here to see, which is this beautiful, delicious little creature called Scorponok. Okay, Scorponok out of his packaging, and in some ways, I think he does look very cool. I mean, that head sculpt is menacing as anything, even if the character on screen was not one that I recognize as a Predacon Beast Wars character. And I mean, I can talk about that till I'm blue in the face. It could have easily been, he could have been added in there as a fourth Terracon, whatever they're called, etc. But basically, that's the way that I've seen these. These are Terracons. All the way through. I love the weapon. So the weapon, the Stinger, is a beautiful piece here that you can add in a weapon. My biggest gripe, in fact, no. I was thinking you could perhaps, I wanted to turn it sort of like that. So if the elbow came up here, that would be really cool. Instead, you've got him sort of like that. That looks pretty cool. So you can get him into positions where it looks all right. It's not perhaps the best in terms of weapon, etc. The other thing as well, which I've noticed, is they've got these, I'm trying to shine my line there, they've got these horrible joints, and I've seen them in a couple of Transformers recently, and I don't like them. I feel like they're new, they're trying something different, or perhaps it's a way of saving money. Maybe these are cheaper materials, but I do not like them. They feel really hard and horrible to turn. And maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but, I feel like we've had better joints on Transformers, and, I mean, even that feels really horrible. I don't know what it is. It just feels really horrible in terms of the movement, the joints, etc. Maybe I just need to give him a bit more. I mean, just look at that. That feels, I've really got to, and that's my worry, is that you end up breaking these things. Hopefully they just pop out, but I just thought I'd point it out, because I don't know, it was just really irritating me how stiff this dude feels. It could be a dude, I don't know. Anyway, beautiful detail all the way around. I love the detail. It looks very cool, and I love the fact you've got these sort of little arms that sort of sit on the back, and they're gonna look pretty cool when you transform him. I think in reality you could probably just bring them in if you wanted to, if you felt they were in the way. I personally don't mind it as well. You got a nice little Predacon sign in there. So, once again, maybe the Scorponok, if they call them Scorpions, Scorpicons, I don't know. I feel like I would have felt a bit better, because that's what I felt they were. They were like an army of Scorpicons coming in there for that final battle. And you always need cannon fodder. I feel like if they were going to do they could have had a Scorponok leader, just thrown in there. And he didn't have to say much. He probably didn't have to say much. You could just have him fire a couple of rockets out of his claws, and we would have loved it. I would have loved that as a Beast Wars fan, definitely. Everything feels a little bit small and tight, etc. The other thing you can do with this as well is you can obviously, there we go, stick that in these bum regions, and you sort of got the scorpion stinger like that. I feel like that is cool, and maybe I didn't take as much notice of the articulation. Perhaps I could have used that a little bit better in the robot mode, etc. So in terms of, oh my goodness, you know, you've got this beautiful head because this is going to move around as part of that transformation mode. Now, once again, you can see I'm used to just gently, maybe it's just the angle of it. There is a ballpoint in there. Maybe, yeah, but I'm really struggling to turn that around. You can lift that up. You can get that to go all the way around, but you've got these little sharp claws here. So just be aware of that as you turn that around. Spin that, obviously. He does have like a double there, which I think is very cool. Probably more important for the transformation. I like the hand movement. He's got some nice hand movement there. This bit does pop out on mine quite a bit. The movement on terms of the waist seems to be below the torso, which is unusual, but probably once again part of the transformation. Like I said, you can spin these as well. They feel a little bit stiff. You can lift that up like that. You have nice movement on the foot. You can do whatever you want with this part of it. This is pretty much still, etc. So yeah, so some really nice articulation on this guy. Just feels a bit stiff in places, a little bit difficult for you to move him, but you know, I feel like there is a nice element there for articulation. If I can get him to stand, I can't get him to stand now. Anyway, I'm gonna go transform him and we can see that all-important beast mode. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Maybe, not too sure. Anyway, beast mode. Okay, here is the AWP mode, and I think I've transformed him right, and I've got to say, this is very cool. I love the fact that there are like little guns in there, and there is some real movement in terms of these claws. I really do dig that a great deal. It looks very nice. And the head, I mean, you know, they could have given us another scorpion head. I feel like there should have been one that transformed out. But hey, it's, once again, not the end of the world. I don't really mind, to be honest with you. I feel like if you're getting these, you probably want to get a few of them if you're trying to recreate those scenes. But it's a rather expensive hobby if you're doing that, though, to be fair. These bits, I'm not sure if I transformed this right. They're just sort of stuck in there. And this just sort of adds as a sort of anchor, I feel. But then, you know, you could have it go the other way. I'm not really sure on how these legs are meant to go either. I'm not doing a very good job as a reviewer. But it felt like you were meant to stretch them out. But then I struggle to sort of stretch them out. So all in all, I haven't done a good job. But then this piece just sticks out underneath, which is just, what on earth? I have no idea what they were trying to achieve there. Probably a little bit disappointing, but it does add as a sort of extra body piece in there just to keep it sort of level and at a nice sort of height, which some figures do sort of not sort of work out so well. So I do like the fact that I've done that, and the fact that it helps if I don't knock my camera, and the fact that this is hard plastic means that these sort of remain sort of strong and solid underneath there in my mind. But you know, it is what it is. It's not a bad looking figure. It's a nice transformation. I think the only bit I didn't enjoy was the legs, and that's because I feel like I was doing it wrong. Maybe I still have done it wrong. Not entirely sure. Beautiful detail on the back. You get the beautiful Predacon sign there, which is absolutely beautiful, and then you've got this amazing tail. I wish it was bigger, so you could really get in there and have it, you know, piercing some maximal scum. I feel like that would have been very cool. I would have really have liked a longer tail. You know, I'm not precious or anything. Anyway, hope you like my video. You know, let me know if you're getting this figure. Let me know if you're getting an army of these figures. You know, like my Facebook page, Smurd P, and, you know, send me some pictures of your collection as well. I love hearing from people who are collectors like me. I love seeing action pictures as well. I'm not always the best at it. Sometimes I'm really rubbish. But anyway, please support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those subscribed to my channel already, make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. As always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.